How you guys doing? My name is Joe Russo. I'm 5'11", and actually this is my off-season weight at 255 I'm weighing in at. Usually I'm around 235, so this year is going to be exciting for me, I'm hoping. Putting on some extra weight, extra pounds. Hopefully it comes off in the right way, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it was exciting. You know, I took about 10 years off, like I said, and I finally got back into the sport. Challenged myself over last year, and it went out pretty good. I did Classic Physique, and then I did bodybuilding as well. I took third in bodybuilding for light heavyweights, and then Classic Physique, I won my class for Class C, and you know, everything worked out well. I also did a novice bodybuilding too, and I took overall on that one as well. So I qualified for nationals for this year. For either Classic Physique or bodybuilding, and I think I'm going to go with Classic Physique this year and see how I do in the national level and see how I can stand out against others.
We were talking off camera, but you were saying that some people keep trying to pressure you into doing the open and doing bodybuilding, but can you explain why you think you're better fit for Classic?
Yeah, you know, I mean, everybody would like to see me do some bodybuilding, and I love bodybuilding. I love everything about it. I love the structure of it, you know, the physique and everything, but I just think Classic Physique fits my style, my body structure, my form, and everything a lot better. I think it's a more, you know, kind of easier down the road for me to build and prepare instead of me taking some more time off and getting more heavier and rounded, because, I mean, these guys nowadays, they're just getting bigger and bigger, you know, and it's hard to keep on competing and to get to that level and that more weight added on each and every year. So I think the Classic fits my structure, fits my size, and I don't have to worry about putting more on. I can worry about just critiquing my body parts that I need to be critiqued and to get them at full form and ready to go.
So go ahead and tell us a little about your off-season, but you did put on some weight.
Yeah.
Tell us about that and how that went.
Yeah, man, I think from doing that diet last year in June, doing my show, I think rebounding the off-season has just been incredible for me. I've been, you know, putting on good size, good weight. It's been coming on easy. You know, I always put on a lot of weight during the winter time, but this winter, I guess from dieting and rebounding off of it, it's just been pushing my body to store more. I put on about 20-something pounds in the off season, which is incredible. I mean, usually people only put about 8 to 10 on, but I kind of doubled that, which is awesome for me. So it gives me good feeling to enter this year, you know, as my next show at Nationals in June. So I'm kind of ready to go and prepared, and I'm excited to see how I look, diet down, and more symmetry and more fullness into my muscles. So we'll see.
But tell us a little about your Saturday. It's Saturday. Your usual list is like a touch-up day.
Yeah.
Explain that for us?
Yeah. I you know, like I did today. I filmed for you guys my Saturday workout. I usually hit the gym Monday through Saturday. Take Sundays off. I like doing, you know, one body part. I'm an old school kind of guy. I like doing one body part a week or every day. So I knock those 5 body parts out during Monday through Friday, and then Saturday I use Saturday as for, you know, a full body pump, a full body workout. I like to hit, you know, 2 exercises for each muscle group. I feel like it gives my, you know, new blood flow, new pump, new everything into my body system to get all that old stuff flushed out, to get my soreness out of there. And it keeps me relaxed for Sunday to recover and recuperate. And then also on Monday, I'm freshly to go, ready to go back on Monday to start kicking some butt for another week. So I feel like it really critiques my body. It really feels great for me to bust my butt throughout the week, tear it all down, and then to kind of flush it all out like an oil change, you know, on Saturday to do a full body pump, full body workout. And like I've always said, it just feels good. I felt like I can grow off of it too as well. You know, I put new blood flow into it, so I get the old out, and it's just been it's been great. It's been going real well for me.
Okay. What's your diet been like off season as opposed to like dieting and stuff like that?
You know, off season, I just try to maintain to just keep putting more and more weight on. I haven't really, you know, followed a certain structure. I'm a kind of guy that just lives and goes with it, you know. So this whole off season, like I said, for me doing that diet and coming off of it, my body's just been opening up to just say, feed me. And that's what I've been doing. So usually, you know, Monday through Friday is my work schedule and gym and stuff. So I usually do have a consistency of eating, and that's usually just, you know, meat, potato, and rice, almost with every single meal. Meat, potato, and rice to fill me, keep me going, keep me my energy, my carbs. And like I said, during the weekends, I have fun with it. I go out, I do whatever I got to do. I fill myself with, pizza, donuts, food, anything you can think of, pasta, all that good stuff, and not feel, regretting it or anything like that. So, and it's always worked for me. I got a fast metabolism in my body, I feel. So I feel like I can get away with this without finding a certain regimen to follow. But yeah, off season, I have fun with it. I just live to eat and live to lift and all that good stuff. So I just do what I do. And like I said, this off season's been great because I've just been storing. And, the meat, potatoes, and rice this year has really been filling out for me and working well.
I was just saying, you're the heaviest you've been. And you have lines in your back still and everything. Your conditioning's still pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, and right now the funny and crazy thing about it all is that I don't do any cardio, which is, a lot of people's like, oh my God, it's a big no-no and stuff. But I don't do any cardio. I was staying strong with the cardio, of course, during prep and then towards the off season for like that month or so. And don't get me wrong, I love everything about cardio. It makes my body look even better and more rounded and fuller. But for me, I just didn't want to touch none of that, and I wanted to keep and store all that fat and all that stuff into me. So I wanted to be as fluffy as I can this off season. So I left cardio out of the question. And like I said, my metabolism is super fast, and it's just always been like that for me. So I've been blessed and been greatly, blessed with having cuts and still staying cut and everything else while putting on weight. So, I try to fight and figure out what I can do to better myself, but at the same time, I don't have to worry about what am I stuffing myself with because it's going to make me more pudgier or fatter or I'm not going to have much definition. So I just kind of play with it and just live life to the fullest and have fun with it,
When you diet down, but is that hard with your metabolism being so fast because you have to be careful not to lose muscle?
Yeah, I mean, I do burn a lot fast. I really cut up quickly. My diet, my body reacts to things so quickly and fast, so which is good and bad. I could come in, like you said, a little more shredded and cut, faster at times than I should be. But also at the same time, it could be a good thing, for me to see myself in a quicker view and to correct things and change it up. But yeah, like I said, I've just always been good with the structure of my body and my metabolism where I can get away with things like that. So yeah, I usually, it's my full body workout. So I always start like how I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all the way until Friday. So I start in that order. So, I do 2 workouts with chest, and then 2 workouts with shoulders and then back and then biceps and triceps together. I did legs yesterday, so I didn't touch legs today. It's just almost like an upper body movement. But I usually start with 2 workouts like I did with chest. I did some dumbbell movements because I like the free motions, the pump that you get out of there. It feels really good. It opens you up, puts new blood flow into things. And then I start off after that with some flies. And I love doing that fly movement because it just gives you that good stretch and just really repairs you for, to get ready and get started for Monday for my chest day. And then after that, of course, I go straight to back and I do 2 movements with back, just some pull downs and then some rows and stuff. And by doing those, it just opens me up. It feels good for my back to get the movements that it needs, make maybe a little bit wider for my back too, I'm working on. After that, we also went to shoulders, and I just do a couple of shoulder presses. I like doing some heavy movements with some machines, mixing it in, especially on this day where I can have fun with it. So it gives me the stretch, it gives me the pump, and it also gives me the muscularity development that I need. I did, the shoulder presses, and then I supersetted that with some upright rows and then some Superman straight arms. And to me, I love doing a lot of supersets. I think it really pumps the blood flow and it really, structures your muscles really good. Also gives you a great challenge to give you that endurance and that muscle volume to fight through. So I like putting myself through challenge, even though today is more of an easier kind of day. I still like to feel the pain and the burn and the struggles. After that, we went to did some arms, and then I did just a quick movement with my triceps. Not too much, involved with them because I use them a lot throughout the week and everything. But my bicep movements, I love doing those, those reverse preacher curls on the backside of it. I think it really hits your bicep really good. It really develops that peak on your bicep. And then after that, I superset it all the time with those one-arm dumbbell curls. And for me, those sideways one arm is just really good. It isolates that bicep. There's no cheating involved. It's all that bicep just curling up and forming that peak. And for me, those 2 bicep workouts right there really developed my arms and my structure on how it looks and how it develops. So I'm really pleased at that, and I think you should try those workouts together and see how you feel and how you like them. I think they're one of the best to combine together. It really works on that peak for you. So give it a shot and see how it feels, and see if you like it or not. And that's about it. We did some calves to end it all up. Sometimes I'll do some shrugs involved with it too, to get those going. But I just knocked out some calves. I always try to do calves maybe three times a week, to keep those babies going, and get that diamond shape out there. See how they look.
Good deal, man. Well, good luck with starting prep here. You start in 2 weeks, and we'll follow up when you're a few weeks out there.
Yeah, definitely. 2 weeks I start prep here for nationals in Chicago in June, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm hoping to kick some butt this year, and with all my hard work and dedication, I'm ready to stand on stage with that S on my chest like a lot of people feel, and see what happens. So just trying to get out there, trying to use my hard work, dedication to see where it takes me, and ready to kick some butt this year at nationals and see what I can bring to this stage out there.
That'd be awesome, man. It'd be good to have you as our first Classic Physique Pro of Michigan.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just ready to have fun, kick some butt, and see how it all develops there in the end.